The Godfather is one of the most influential movies of all time. It's not only a masterpiece, but also the aperture to a new genre of mafia movies. The Godfather. The Godfather movie started in 1972, was written by Mario Puzo and put in scene by Francis Ford Coppola. This great movie was a result of the Italian influence that its creator received when they were growing up as Italian Americans. The film contains many aspects of the real life of their creators. For example, Mario Puzo, the writer, grew up in Hell's Kitchen, New York, in an Italian family, and served in war, just like Michael Corleone, the main character of The Godfather. Many of the characters of the movie were based in real-life gangsters, but with the put-on scene of Francis Ford Coppola, many aspects of the mafia changed, like the attitude and what it reflected. For the first time, people felt admiration and respect for a mafia character. This film is perhaps the most successful crime mafia movie. The film got many awards. Between them were Academy Award for Best Picture, for Best Actor, and for Best Writing Adapted Screenplay, between other many awards. The film defined a new genre, which influenced most of the mafia and crime movies that followed it.
But you don't ask with respect. You don't offer friendship. You don't even think to call me Godfather. Instead, you come into my house on the day my daughter's to be married and you ask me to do murder for money.
Before the creation of The Godfather, other mafia movies were released, but because of the lack of identification that people had with the characters, no one sympathized with the protagonists. What Mario Puzo and Francis Ford Coppola did that made The Godfather unique and pioneering was that they created a mafia film where everyone could sympathize with the main characters and identify with them. For the first time, the principal gangsters were characters not irrational, like the gangsters in Scarface or in other pre-Godfather films. In The Godfather, the principal gangsters are portrayed as men of honor, as the Robin Hoods of society, and they represent the good guys, even though most of their acts consisted in murder and corruption.
Only don't tell me you're innocent. Because it insults my intelligence. It makes me very angry.
One of the things which make this film unique is how Francis Ford Coppola smoothly overlaps environments, like in the beginning, where he shows the office of Don Corleone as a dark place, ideal for a mafia member, but at the same time, the attitude of the actors and the scenery reflect aspects of royalty. And then he shows a wedding scene full of light, happiness, and joy, happening at the same time that Don Corleone is in his office. Another uniqueness and influence this movie had is the way in which it jumped through time, as well as from continent. These changes are made so smooth that the audience does not even notice how the film can be practically divided into two different films which are just related to each other. The Godfather movies, especially 1 and 2, has been one of the most influential movies of all time. With the aperture of this new genre where gangsters are no longer society's scoria, but society contributors, and the line which divides gangsters from politics is very thin, we see how other movies has been influenced, like for instance Scarface, Donnie Brasco, Goodfellas, or the TV show The Sopranos. All these movies and TV shows use the genre and techniques from The Godfather and continue challenging the myth of the American Mafia.